Welcome back. We are, instead of checking out a normal fan film right here today, we got a couple of films made by a runner here who's going to do a little rundown with me. I'm going to be critiquing these films while he tells me about some of them as well. So, you want to kick us off? Talk any pretense you want to give to the audience about what we're about to embark on here?
Yeah, as of this recording, I've been in college for 2 years. It was a community college actually, and all started for a while, like senior year of high school. I thought to myself, like, for a while during high school, I just wanted to go to college just to run track and cross country. That's really what I wanted to do. That was like my passion, was running and everything because I just loved it.
And that's why you're the runner.
Exactly, hence the name. So COVID happened and that really fucked up my athletic career. It's pretty sad to this day, but honestly, if that didn't happen, I had to think to myself during the lockdown, like, oh my God, like I need a plan B. Like what is my other option? I'm like, what else do I love? Because running was like the only thing I could think about. And then I thought to myself, like, I love movies. I love going to the movie theater. I love hanging out with my friends in the movie theater. Oh, I should make movies. I should be a director. I should get into this shit.
Yeah.
So then it was weird because I'm being as young as I am. I just grew up with a bunch of dumb popcorn flicks, like your typical Fast and Furious,
Yeah.
Marvel, comic book
Transformers,
film.
baby. Fast and Furious. Yeah.
I wasn't really into Transformers, uh, but yeah, most of those movies. I mean, I watched like a few light horror films back in the day too,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so it wasn't until like I think like junior year I started getting into more films. Like I snuck in to see John Wick 3 back in the day when I was young. That was an interesting
How
experience.
long ago was John Wick 3?
I was just starting junior year, or
Well,
I,
is
I
it the way you say it's like, about 14 years ago, there's old
yeah.
John Wick 3 I snuck into there. It's like
So it's
four
been like
years ago.
yeah, it was literally 4 years ago, because I just graduated sophomore year of high school,
Mm-hmm.
going into junior year, and as I was about to start junior year, I snuck in to see Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Mm.
and that was fucking awesome. I was so glad. That's like my favorite movie that I snuck in to see. I was like, "Oh
Damn.
my God." I literally bought a ticket to Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious spinoff,
Yeah.
and I went downstairs
Huh.
to like the downstairs area where all the bathrooms are, and then I just ran up the stairs and like just jet right to the doors to the one of the theaters, so the staff didn't see me.
Even if they saw you, they probably wouldn't care. They're just like, whatever.
No,
You paid for a
most
movie.
no, most of them do care, like
Oh,
back in the
wow.
day.
And
Yeah.
back in the day,
They,
you're right. Yes.
yeah, they were fucking serious about
Back
that
in the
shit.
4 years ago time, they used to
No,
care about.
well, I'll say this. Me and my friends sort of like cracked the code. It's like, don't go the first week because that's when they'll guard the doors from any
Right.
youngsters. You would
Yeah.
have to go like once there's less
It's petering out.
screenings, and
Petering
yes,
out.
once it's
Yeah.
petering out, they won't give a shit. Like you can
Right.
easily sneak in.
I gotcha.
So I did that for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I didn't regret one bit of it. It was a great experience, and it actually got me into filmmaking and just Tarantino overall. And then that's when I watched Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, Reservoir Dogs, and I'm like, oh my God, like this
Damn.
dude is amazing. And that's like really where I wanted to like be a filmmaker.
Hell yeah, dude. And
So
so that led you. So that led you
so that
to
led me into
this.
when I started college. I graduated high school, thank God. So freshman year I took a cinema appreciation class, which is really just
Oh, I did that
you
too. It was really not very informative at the time for me.
it was pretty good. It was a pretty good class for me. It was a heavy writing class. You just watched some films. I actually have a notebook of like notes that I took, and it's
Mm-hmm.
actually nice because the teacher was like, "Okay, you got to pay attention to the story, how a story is structured through act 1, act 2, act 3. You know, the way the camera moves, the editing, the sound, um, mise en scène. If you know any of that vocabulary yet.
Well, that's what's funny because like our teacher was like, "All right, you can watch Being John Malkovich. We're gonna watch Pan's Labyrinth. We're gonna watch such and such films." There was no game plan to think about while watching them. It's just like, here's the movies, and I guess read the text if you want to
I
know some of the vocabulary.
I,
And it's
I
like, oh,
actually
okay, okay,
I actually have my notebook right here.
that's great.
Cinema appreciation. Let me look at some of the films we watched. Um, A Trip to the Moon. That's like a very old movie. Guess what? Guess what year that movie came out?
I don't know. I want to say the '90s. I guess I'm not sure. Trip to the
It's in the
Moon.
90s.
Yeah, I have no idea what film it is. I
Ni-
just guessed
ni-
the '90s. That's
ni-
all I
ni-
got.
ni- 19
1999.
No,
I don't know.
it's way before that.
1990. Yeah, just
1902.
oh wow.
It's fucking old. It's like one of the first like big like movie. It was like a big deal back in the day. Interesting movie. I feel like you probably should watch it one day because our teacher like told us how like important that was to like film history and all that. But we watched Singing in the Rain. We watched Citizen Kane. We watched Memento, Christopher Nolan's Memento.
Hmm.
On the Waterfront, that's a Marlon Brando movie. Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee. Oh god, Bowling for Columbine. That's a oh god, what's his name? Michael Moore.
Mm.
He's like a political documentary director type of dude. You might know who he is. I don't know.
I've heard of him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. For extra credit, we were like Some Like It Hot was a movie we had to watch if you wanted extra credit, and that was because like our teacher like was like falling behind on shit, so we had to skip that one technically.
Right.
I have seen the movie before, so I didn't really need to watch it. I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong because I'm terrible with Spanish, but Y tu mama ta bien. It's a foreign film, obviously.
Hmm.
I forget what the director's name is, but he directed Gravity.
Oh, I gotcha.
He directed he was one of those like really small like indie directors who really like started making it big and made
Yeah.
movies like Gravity, believe it or not.
Right. Yeah, we saw The Artist. We saw Cinema Paradiso. A couple of the other ones I can remember.
City of
The Good,
God.
the Bad, and the Ugly. Saw that one.
I own that on Blu-ray. I have not checked. I haven't watched it yet. Believe it or
It's
not.
kind of a chonker of a film, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. And you said you watched Pan's Labyrinth as well?
Yes, Pan's Labyrinth.
I own it on 4K, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's worth a watch. That one's
I
pretty
like
good too.
I like Guillermo del Toro. He's definitely up there as one of my favorite directors. So I'm definitely gonna check it out because I love the Hellboy movies. I even liked his
Oh, I know. It
recent
was so
Pinocchio
fucking
movie.
good. So good.
Yeah. City of God. That's like a really like amateurish fucking movie.
Right.
Lady Bird was one that our teacher made us watch as an A24 film
Okay.
from like 2017.
Was it worth it?
I thought that was pretty good. I don't know if you'd like it, but it's like an interesting one to watch, like for like a modern movie, if you'd like to
Right.
say. The director of that movie is actually directed the new Barbie movie coming up.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Which
Crazy.
that movie's got some competition with
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Oppenheimer, yeah.
It'll be the
Nolan.
duel of film forever. Will the Barbie movie win or will Oppenheimer win?
Yeah. And literally like the rest of these are just notes on like every single aspect of filmmaking. So I'll definitely keep this. I'll treasure this. That way I can like, you know, refresh my mind
Yeah, good.
on filmmaking and stuff. Oh, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I don't know if you saw that one.
Not yet.
That I
Nope.
feel like you'd like that one. It's probably Jim Carrey's best performance. It's definitely his most serious performance.
Yeah, I do. I wouldn't mind seeing that because I usually see him as a goofball dude. So I wouldn't mind seeing him
Yeah,
in a
he's
more
not
serious
much.
role.
He's not much of a goofball. It's kind of like how Adam Sandler transferred from being like a crazy goofball
Yeah,
to
where he
then
can
like,
show some emotion in some of his films. Yeah,
like Uncut Gems and all that stuff.
that's good.
But and yeah, after taking that class, to get right to the point, after learning all that, the very last day, our teacher's like, "Hey, I'm teaching this digital video class, and I'm also teaching a video editing class." And I was like, "Oh my god, I want to
This
take
is
this
perfect.
digital. I want to take this digital video class. This is like my gateway into actually like making movies and shit." So
Yes.
I like talked to him about it. I talked to him about it last day, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, if you want to like get into filmmaking stuff, like this is probably like your best option." I'm like, I'll take it. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm signing up. I'm gonna register to this class like as soon as this class is over. So I did. I took 2 years of it. Um I took like the first course for first semester, and then I took an advanced course second semester. So
Sweet.
really like the advanced course wasn't different. It was mostly the same stuff, but like I I got better as I took the class a second time, so I was like really happy with it. Like half the time I'm like, why the fuck am I taking this class if I already did all this shit? But then like but you know, the teacher talked to me and he was like, you're going to do some things that are different from the way I teach the rest of the class, because it was a small class.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like two classes in one time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah, that's how I started making these movies. These ones that we're about to react to that he is going to critique on, and he'll either say they're great, he'll either say that they're a piece of shit. Honestly, I'm like anticipating the ones where he's gonna like be like, oh my god, this is awful, because it's gonna help me along the way. So plus I just want to see his reaction. I think it would be fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
But
we're pretty much known as the two noobs of like film lovers, essentially, around our sphere
yeah,
here. So this is fun. This is fun.